Hey everyone, I'm David Fan, executive producer on Company of Heroes 3. Today we wanted to give you an overview of all the great content coming in our 1.4 update, Steel Shepherd. This will easily be our biggest and most impactful post-launch update thus far, with updates and improvements coming to a number of key areas of the game that we think players will really appreciate. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to the fine folks who have been hard at work updating and improving the game.
Hey, I'm Marco, game designer for Company of Heroes 3 and former community member. Today, I'm excited to talk about replays, as we think they will be a big hit with content creators, current players, and also new players learning the game. In short, replays will contain the functionality players are used to from Code 2, along with some brand new features, as well as some nice quality of life improvements. Firstly, let's talk about the playback panel, which returns with features like live match stats, player camera, and cinematic mode. We've also added tactical pause to let you see a player's active and queued orders for a given unit, along with a more customizable HUD that allows you to hide certain areas for increased gameplay visibility. Caster mode is a new feature that enables you to track and compare detailed statistics for two players, such as production queues, kill counts, resources, power group selection, and more. Not only that, we're also introducing a number of quality of life updates, such as an improved replay hub, autosave functionality, customizable hotkeys, and social features, to name a few.
Hey folks, I'm Eric, Design Director for Company Heroes 3 Live Operations. One of our key goals for this update has been to improve the Italian dynamic campaign experience and make the campaign map more meaningful. We've made several changes to serve these goals. First, we've revamped how our campaign map combat functions by removing auto-resolve for company versus company battles. Instead, units now always do damage to each other on the campaign map. How much damage is determined by the type of the companies battling. The first consequence of this is that health matters on the campaign map. Your companies will take damage and could easily be destroyed if you ignore defenses and take on enemy companies that outmatch you. This means that other systems now play a meaningful role on the map. Scouting is important to assess what lies in wait. As a result of health changes, Air Force, Naval, and company abilities are all more impactful and result in deeper tactical play. We've also been tweaking all of these systems and the overall campaign map economy so the new ecosystem feels tight and cohesive. On the mission side, we made a number of changes to improve the flow and pacing of the dynamic campaign and the single-player experience more broadly. We've added a new Italy campaign opening mission and narrative to aid the onboarding experience and improve difficulty selection for dynamic campaign by breaking out the campaign map and the RTS difficulty separately. We've also updated components of the single-player UI, such as the objective, tutorial pop-ups, as well as some other general improvements. Finally, we've implemented a full bug and balance pass for single player to fix issues and make all of the units more viable.
Hey everyone, I'm Brent, Art Director for Company of Heroes 3 Live Operations. We recognize that some elements of COH3 haven't represented the visual identity of our game and haven't quite achieved what our players expect from a COH product, so we've been working hard to make some meaningful changes. One of the first things you'll notice is the updated front-end UI. We've updated the background artwork, bringing back a more emotional tone that gives a nod to Company of Heroes 1. We overhauled the main menu interface and user flow, which should make for a more thematic and intuitive experience. Additionally, we've created loading screens inspired by photographers who bravely captured the images of World War II. We've also made a number of visual improvements to in-game UI, animation, and effects. When it comes to in-game visuals, we've made some significant changes that we think our players are going to really appreciate. Firstly, we've updated our map atmospheres and implemented a lighting update which improves the tone and overall feel of the game while retaining readability. Fog of War has been reworked so that the boundaries and distance objects display more naturally. Additionally, ambient occlusion has been improved, giving us better shadowing and a more natural grounding of objects. Lastly, we've improved our atmospheric fog and have implemented updates to improve maps that may have felt washed out previously.
Hello, my name is Will, formerly known as Monolithic Bacon, and I'm a senior designer here on Company of Heroes 3. We are releasing 2 new multiplayer maps as part of our Steel Shepherd update. The first, Villa Fiore, is a 1 vs 1 competitive map based around the vineyards of Italy. Our second map, Day 101, is a shallow river crossing overlooked by a city and its waterfalls in rural Italy.
What do you want? What do you need of us?
Hey, I'm Benny, producer on Company of Heroes 3 Live Operations. With Steel Shepherd, challenges are being rebalanced to better align with the goal of making merit easier and more compelling to earn. The new distribution of challenges rewards players for engaging with the game as they normally would, as opposed to having to change their playstyle to fit challenge requirements. The core challenges will be less difficult to complete and grant the most merit. We hope this change improves the overall experience with the system. Some additional challenges will still provide a worthy test for the most dedicated merit hunters. Ultimately, the amount of earnable weekly merit is not changing, but the whole experience will be more achievable and rewarding.
So that's a summary of the key changes arriving with Steel Shepherd. But that's not everything coming in this update. We've made lots of changes and adjustments across other areas of the game, too much to cover in this video. However, we can't wait for you to get your hands on Steel Shepherd. Before we go, a quick reminder that Steel Shepherd will be releasing along with the Hammer and Shield expansion on December 5th. And finally, be sure to check out our other videos and streams and follow us on social media for more content on both the Hammer and Shield expansion and Steel Shepherd. Thanks everyone.